Welcome. In this tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to do Tutorial Island Part 2. Now, before we get started, if you could hit that notification button after you've hit the subscribe button, toggle, put a thumbs up, whatever you got to do, comment down below, let me know what you think. Now, sorry, I'm trying to get this done as quick as possible because there's going to be a very lengthy tutorial. Now, we need to open up the following files. We need to open up our unpack spawn lists, which is in the server data NPCs unpack spawn list. Now we need to add in this, so / tutorial islands, so we can add things to the tutorial islands, and we need to type in 327, and then we need to be 3100309110. Save it, delete the file or the folder called packed spawns in the folder, okay, of the data NPCs folder. Okay, so once we've deleted that and now we've got that imported, we need to go also open up Valkyrie cache suite. Now that we've got it opened, we've loaded the cache, we need to go items, open, we need to look for 607, and we want to right click and duplicate 607. I've already done this, but I'm just going to show you guys what I mean. Okay, so it will say tattered scroll, so we right click, we go duplicate. When we duplicate this item, we want to type it to 29995. Go down to 29995, and we need to rename it to survival expert scroll or whatever you prefer to call it. This is what I'm going to call it, and we're going to change modifier colors. It will be 10351 equals 33018. Now I don't really do much with modifier colors, but we can change colors of items this way. It's not the proper way of doing it, it's a short way of doing it. I think there's only a limited amount of these codes that you can change color for. You don't get really like customization, but you can change color. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to click the save button, save the cache file on it, and then we're going to quit out of that program. Now that we're into this, we need to grab the following items. The first one we need to grab is com.feather.game.player.dialogues, and we're going to look for survival expert. Make sure your survival expert looks like this. We want it completely and utterly blank. Okay, we need it completely and utterly blank for this tutorial because there is so much that I have to type up, and this is what we've got to do. Okay, so underneath object handler, we need to go to 176 / tutorial item and press enter, so that way we can actually have this item ready to go. Inventory options handler, we don't need at this second. Okay, I don't even think we actually need it for this video. No, we do not. Okay, don't worry about that one. I don't know why I have that open. NPC handler, we need this one open, which is in com.feather.net.dakotahs.handlers. The only reason why we need this open is because if we search for survival, right, we need to make sure we have this following code in here, which is else if npc.getID is equal 943 player.get dialogue manager and starts the dialogue with survival expert and NPC ID. We need to make sure that is in here. If we don't have that in here underneath this section, which is handle option 1, we won't be able to talk to the NPC. Okay, we just need that so we can talk to the NPC. Now once we've done that, we can actually continue on. Okay, so now let's jump into the survival expert and we'll start coding in here. The first thing we need to do is underneath dialogue, we need to type up private static, and we want to make it integer. Okay, do another one as well, so private static int, and then private static boolean. All right, I just want to do it like that so we can get it quickly done. So log is the first one. Log is equal to 1511. We need short bow, and that is equal to 841. Then we need shrimp. Shrimp is equal to 315. Bowstring is 1777. Right. After bowstring, we need hatchet, and hatchet is equal to 1351. I believe it was 1351. Give me 2 seconds. 1351 is correct. The next one that we need to type in is tinder box, and that's equal to 590. Then we need to do fishing net, and that's equal to 303. Then we need to do knife, which is equal to 946. Then we need to do scroll, and scroll is equal to 29995, the new item that we actually made. Okay, now that we've made that and that's all correct. Underneath this next one, we need to type in NPC is equal to 943, and we also want to type in that anim is equal to 9827, semicolon at the end. Now underneath the boolean, which is a long part, we need to actually type in serve start, okay, is equal to false, and serve progress is equal to false. Okay, enter the line down, and we need to type in skill start is equal to false, and then we want to do skill completed or complete. Yeah, we'll just make it complete just a bit quicker, is equal to false. Okay, then we're going to go scroll start is equal false, and oops, make sure this is like that, and then we're going to go scroll found oops is equal to false. Okay, so now they're all like that. Make sure they're all correct. False, 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 false. Yep, good. All right, so now we need to do the start method. In the start method, this is where we need to type most of the code. So this serve start is equal to false, open and close. Now we're going to type here else, and if the next one is serve progress is equal to true. Okay, the next one is an else if again. Underneath this else if, it's scroll found is equal to true. Okay, open and close on that one again. We need to do an else if, and we want to say that skill started or start is equal to true. All right, and then we're going to go else if, and then we're going to type in the last one, which was skill complete is equal to true. Okay, so now that we've got all that done, we need to type in the following stuff. Okay, so in this section here, we need to type in send NPC dialog. Okay, open and close. We want to type in NPC and anim. All right, I'll explain to you in a sec why we're doing that. And semicolon at the end. I want to copy this because this is very important that we need to copy this. We need to paste it in pretty much every single section, but we're going to go stage is equal to 1 with that. Okay, so underneath this, type that in again, and stage is equal to 127. Okay, then the next one needs to be stage is equal to 6, and then we also have to put the send NPC in there, so that has to go above it. Underneath this one, send, and then underneath this we need to type in that when we've completed the quest, it's going to go stage is equal to 127. Okay, 127 is going to be the thing that we're going to be using to stop dialogue. Okay, it's a stop dialogue thing. All right, 127 is the highest. We could probably do it lower, but I'm doing 127. Okay, so now that we've got these stages and everything else declared, I think we're actually missing a stage, which is skill started. It is actually. So scroll found, yep. Skill started or start, and skill complete. Now this one here should be 15. I just want to double check over everything, make sure we've got it correctly. So 127, right? We've done. This is where I've actually put it wrong. Okay, sorry. Copy that out, paste that there. That one, and paste it there, and this one should be stage 6. Sorry. All right, Control S to save. Now that we've got that, we also need to paste this one here, so send NPC dialog, and in that dialog we need to do the NPC, we need to do a nim, and we also need to do the normal stuff that we would do. Okay, Control S and save. Now that we've got that all set up, I'm going to do all the dialogue writing last, like all the words inside here. We're just going to set up all the stages and stuff first. Okay, so underneath this little section, we want to clear that up. We want to press enter again. We need to do a public static void found, and then we're going to type in scroll. Okay, we're going to open it, and we're going to type in final player. It needs to be a capital, so player, and final int, sorry, not final int, it's a final world object, open and closing brackets on that. Control Shift and O to import those. We need to type in if, and we want to say serve progress is equal to true. Okay, open and close. Then we want to go if, and then we're going to say object dot get ID is equal to 36833. Open on that one, and underneath that one we need to go if, and we type in scroll found is equal to true. Okay, sorry, scroll start is equal to false. Okay, if the scroll is equal to false, then we want to say player dot get inventory dot add item, and we'll type in scroll, and we'll type in 1, and we'll put a semicolon at the end. We want to also go player dot packets, so get packets, and we want to send a game message, and the game message will be this. So we'll say you search the book case to find the scroll that you're looking for. To find the scroll you are looking for. And after looking for, we're going to say maybe I should go and see the survival expert. Okay, Control S to save. I want to save all this progress because I don't take any chances with this coding. I never like to take chances with. We're going to say scroll found is equal to true, and we're going to say scroll start is equal to false. No, it shouldn't be scroll start is equal to false, because then it'll say this again. So this scroll thing should be true. Oh, actually, no, it's not. Sorry, don't worry, don't mind me. Then we're going to go serve progress is equal to false. Okay. Now after these four, which we can Control S and save, we can start working in this switch stage. Okay. So we need to go switch stage, and we want to open and close one. We want to type in case 1, case 2. I'm going to double space in case 127 for a sec. We're going to type in here end, and we're going to put in a break as well. Okay. Now that break and end is so it stops dialogue completely. Okay. Now that we've got that, we need to do 20 cases. So case 3, case 4, case 5. Okay, so now that we've got 10 case, I'm going to copy all 10 of this case, and I'm going to paste it underneath quickly. I'm going to just change this to 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Okay, so now that we've got all the cases there, we're good. The next thing I want to do is I want to go inside these cases, but I want to copy this NPC one. Okay, just to make it a bit quicker. So the first one inside here would be a player. So case 1 would be player, so we don't need to do that. Case 2 we need to do as a NPC. Case 4 is NPC. Case 7, I think. Yeah, case 7's NPC. Case 9 is NPC. Case 11, 12. Right, case 13. Yep. And then it's case 16. Case 17. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this all down for you guys so it's a little bit easier. Case 19 and case 20 is not, okay? So the next one that we want to do is we want to go in here and we want to type in send player dialogue. All right, we're going to work on player dialogue, which is anim. So the animation we want to use, we have to use an animation regardless. And the animation we're using is that. So as I said before, NPC represents the NPC that we're going to be using for the dialogue. Animation will represent the animation for the dialogue. So we're saying we've got player, which is us, and that's our animation. NPC will have the NPC ID that we've declared plus the animation, okay? So the next thing I want to do is I want to copy this. I want to put it in case 3, case 5, case 6, I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look. I just want to double check over this stuff. So 5 and 6 needs it. Case 3, 5, 6, case 8. What about the others? Case 10 needs it. Case 11 doesn't, 12 doesn't, 13 doesn't, 14 does. 15 doesn't need any. 16 needs a NPC, 17 needs NPC, 18 needs player, and 20 needs player. Okay, so now that we've got that, we can start writing in all this other stuff, which underneath this here, case 1 again. Sorry, I'm just trying to do it this way just to make it a bit more quicker for you guys. So we want to go stage is equal to 2, semicolon, and a break. Okay. I'm going to copy these 2 lines. And we're going to paste them underneath this one, which will be stage 3. This will be stage 4. This one here will be stage 5. And on stage 5, it will be 1. So what we need to do is we need to go, we're in 5, yep, cool. We need to go serve progress is equal to true. Serve start is equal to true. And we want to stage 127. Okay. Save that quickly. On case 6, we need to go stage is equal to 7. We're going to type in scroll found is equal to false. And we want to type in player dot get inventory dot delete item, and we want to say scroll comma to 1. Okay, so we're going to delete that item and we're going to put a break. Okay, Control S and save. Stage 7, we need to say that the stage we're going to is stage 8. Okay, so 8, this one here will say it's going to stage 9. Okay, so 8 goes to 9. 9 will go to 10. All right, 10 will go to 11. 11 will go to 12. So 11, and this will go to 12. All right, the next underneath will go to 13. This is just a sort of quicker way, so that way you're not sitting there typing everything out. I just want to copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, so we can get through it quicker for you guys, because I know for a fact if we don't, the video is going to take like 60-70 minutes or something like that, and I don't think you want to sit there for that long. 127 on this one here, and before that we need to type in, because this is case 14, we need to go skill started or start is equal to true, semicolon, not equal but just equal, sorry. I keep forgetting we're not inside an if statement. If statement is equal, outside of that is equal, okay? Case 15 is a bit of typing, so we're going to do this quickly. So we're going to say if player dot get inventory dot contains item, and we're going to say log comma to 10, okay? And press enter, bring that down a line, type in the same thing again, player dot get inventory dot contains item, and the next item is short bow and we want to say that they have 2, and then we want to do and we want to go player dot get inventory dot contains item. This item that it contains is shrimp, and we want to type in 5, right? And then once we've done both of those, open and closing bracket, now we need to type in send player dialog, right? We're going to type in anim, and then we want to type in this, and we're going to say I have all the items here. I'm just typing this one in quickly because this one here is pretty simple. It's just a longer code. Skill start is equal to false. Okay, player dot get inventory dot delete item, and we're going to say log, comma to 10, right? Now we need to do the same thing again. Player dot get inventory dot delete item, and we need to say short bow, comma to 2. Oops. And then we're going to do player dot get inventory dot delete item, and we want to say shrimp, and we want to say 25, so we can get rid of that. Right, after that, now we need to do this, which is stage is equal to 17 and break. Okay, now on this part here, we need to type else if, and then we want to grab this stuff here quickly. So all of this, including that curly bracket, copy and get rid of that one, paste that there. We want to put exclamation points in front of all the player. We want to tab it or whatever, spacebar if you have to, just to get it all lined up. And then once we go here, press enter there. Okay, so now that will start this. So now what we want to do is send player dialog. Dialog, and then we want to say anim again, and then open these two with that. We also want to go stage is equal to 17, and we want to do break. Right, now we've got that inside this thing. We need to say that I do not have all the required items yet, and a dot. Okay, now case 20 we'll do quickly because case 20 is probably another long one. So what we want to type in is I guess I better go and see him, right? And then we're going to go player dot get inventory dot delete item, and we're going to say hatchet, and we're going to say one of those. We also need to copy this, right, just to make it a bit more quicker. Paste, paste, and paste. Now we want to change the hatchet to fishing net, and then the other one to knife, and the last one to tinderbox. Can be in any order, I'll just do it in this way. Alright, so tinderbox. Okay, so once it's done that, we're going to go skill complete is equal to true. Right, stage is equal to 127, and then break. Okay, now that we've got that hard part out of the way, we can actually go through this and do it all the way down now. I reckon we've put most of the stages in. We haven't done the stages for this, so maybe we'll do the stages there quickly. So 16 will be stage is equal to 127 and break. Okay, stage 17 will be stage 18, so stage is equal to 18 and break. Don't ever forget your breaks. You need breaks, otherwise this code will just not work. Stage is equal to 19 and then break. Okay, 19 to 20, so stage is equal to 20, and then we want to break. Okay, now that we've got all of that, we can actually start writing in all the other stuff, which is very important. So let's go all the way up to the top to the start method, and we've got a fair bit of writing, so just hopefully people have the patience to write all this, or write whatever you feel like doing. So hello adventurer, so I want to put no, we'll do it lowercase, adventurer, and then we're going to say I was wondering if you will be able to help me. help me find, sorry, help me, and say find, put that, press enter, get it down here, quickly just drag this up. You do it with a plus or not, it doesn't matter. I'm just doing it without it for now because I just want to power through this for you guys. So I'm going to go my, and then go missing, scroll, and then you go I need this too, so we can restore this island, okay, before we get wiped out again. Before we get wiped out again. Okay, Control S and save on that. Now the next one needs to say, have you found the scroll yet? Question mark. The next one underneath that would be, you found the scroll, may I have it? Question mark. And the next one will be, have you collected the following items? Question mark. Now last one will be, thank you. Oops. Jeez. Thank you again, adventurer. Okay. Make sure you go and see the master chef. Okay. Control S and save. That's all that up there done. Now we've got to concentrate on doing all of the dialogue for this sections here, which will take a long time ago, or a long time to do, should I say. Jesus. What do you mean wiped out again? Question mark. The next one will say, well, it's like this many years ago, almost 100 years to be exact, right? We want to say that, we want to press that one there, enter, space, okay? And then we want to say, there was a invasion of some kind, and the people that lived here vanished without a trace. Spacebar, enter, and then so now we're left to rebuild this island for us to once again hold this land, for us to once again hold this land. Whoops. Hold this land. Dot. Okay. Underneath that is the next one. And then we're going to say, well, I suppose I can help you restore the island and find this missing scroll. Okay, I'm going to press enter, space, right, and we're going to say, I guess, whoops, it's meant to be a capital I guess you don't know where the scroll is, question mark, right? Control S to save, and then the next thing we will need to do is type in here, last place I remember having it was at the table in the house. I'm pretty sure it's in the house. Yep, in the house where the RuneScape guide lives, right? Then we're going to press enter, space bar, right? And we want to say, now I don't know where it is, so maybe you can look around near the house or maybe inside the house? Question mark. Underneath that, we need to go to the next one, and I'll type in, I will go have a look for you. Right. Underneath that, we'll go to the next one, and we're going to type in, it should be sure thing. Here you go. Right. Underneath that, we need to type in, interesting. We're going to do a dot, then break line. So do that. Okay, press enter. Tab this all the way across. And now that we've done that, so now that I briefly, oh my god, briefly briefly have read this, are you willing to help me? Right, enter, and then we're going to press tab all the way across until we get here, press space bar on it, collect the following items. So we need to say collect the following items. Okay, now go to the next one, and we're going to say sure, what do I have to get? Question mark. Underneath that one, we need to say I need you to collect the following. Right, we're going to put a break there, and we're going to put this all the way over, and we're going to type in 10 logs, 2 short bows, 5 cooked shrimp. Okay, Control S and save. Underneath that one, we need to send the player dialogue, and we're going to say to him, sure thing, but how do I do all of this? Question mark. Save that again, and then we're going to say to obtain logs, you have to cut down a tree with a hatchet in your inventory or while you have it equipped. Oh my god. Alright, Control S to save that one. Go to the next one, and we'll say to obtain short bows. Right, so that's what we want to do. Is to obtain short bows, you have to craft. So you have to craft a log with a knife in your inventory. Right, enter, space, go across here, and we're going to say you then have to use the bow string on the short bow U to make a short bow. Now once we've done that again, which I don't know why it didn't keep the space there, we don't need a space here. We're going to press enter, we go all the way across, and we're going to press space. Actually, this needs to have a BR at the end of it, this one, so my bad, just make sure you put a BR, and then we want to say you have obtained 2 times bow string. Okay, you can do anything you like there, but that's what I'm going to say is we've obtained 2, or it says I will give you 2, or whatever, right? It doesn't really matter too much. This is just basic. Okay, so obtain cooked shrimp. I spelled that wrong, so many O's. So to obtain cooked shrimp, cooked shrimp. You need a small fishing net, right, in your inventory. Enter. I'm going to go across again, spacebar, and we will say then you have to, so then you have to click on the sparkling water to start fishing. You then use a log with a tinder box to make a fire. Right, do that one, enter, and then now that we've got that, we want to press over here and spacebar again, and we want to say then use the raw shrimp on the fire to cook it. Be aware that you could burn the shrimp. Okay, so now that we've done that, go to the next line. He's going to say, now I know how to collect these items. I will go and collect them for you. Right, Control S and save on that stuff. Now we've got the last home stretch on this part, so let's cruise down a bit, and we're going to say here, we're going to say come back when you have all the items with you. The next one will say that thank you for collecting all the items. Now you should go and see go and see the master chef. Okay, now I want to look at this quickly, make sure we've done this correctly. So after the comeback, and we'll have all the items with you, that will close completely and open up stage 17. So stage 17, if we look up here, there is nothing opening up stage 17. So that's going to open up 15. It doesn't need to be 15, it should be 17, shouldn't it? Have you collected the following items? No, sorry, that's correct. I am actually correct, because 15 will say here that if the player has, he will do this and go to 17, but if he doesn't, he'll go to 17. Why is he going to 17 twice? He shouldn't be going to 17. He should be going to 16 and 17. So this is under case 15. Sorry about this. I'm just trying to make sure we're doing this all correctly. Yeah, so 17, and this one here should be 16. So Control and S to save. I don't want it to automatically say, oh, you don't have it. Well, you're still going to get rid of it, because that's just not going to make any sense, is it? So now that we've done that, we're up to typing in this part here and saying, how do I get to the master chef? And then underneath that one in here, we need to say go through the gate nearby and head into the building and head into the building. Master chef is awaiting your arrival. Okay, I think that's pretty good, right? Now once we've done all that, that's all done in this yep, this is all done in this part. So the next thing that we need to do is check object handler. Now inside object handler is where we need to do this. So if I'm going to say object dot get ID, is equal to 36833, and we're going to open and close. Then we're going to say survival expert dot, and then we're going to say found scroll on those two, and that's all that we have to type in there. Okay, now we could actually go into inventory options handler just to add a little bit to this thing. So hold on 2 secs. Let me find inventory options handler. Okay, so com.feather.net.dakotas. You know, the handler, and I want to type in to see if I've actually typed it in. I haven't. What about the item being 29995? All right, here we go. So this is what we need to type in here. I've already written it down and I forgot to tell you guys about it, which is if item ID is equal to 9995, open curly brace and closing curly brace, right? We want to type in player.getpackers.sendGame message, and then we want to type in maybe survival expert can read this, as some of it seems to be written in some form of ancient language. Okay, then we want to save, and then we want to run the launcher. Once we've run the launcher, we're going to run the loader. Sorry about that in the background. My daughter just woke up, I think. Yep, she did. That's all good. Alright, so I'm going to finish off this video anyways, guys. Don't worry about it. Okay. Alright, so we've jumped in, and now we're going to test out the whole tutorial island quickly. So we're going to go bank. We're going to deposit everything. I know there's a lot of stuff in my bank that you would have just seen. That's only stuff that we're doing for testing and grabbing items and doing all that sort of stuff. Okay, so we're going to say that we're going to help this dude. Once we help him, we go over to the chest, we open it up, we click on it, we grab the items, we go back, we speak to him. We don't even have to speak to him, but later on we're going to make it, if you speak to him, then this lady here will talk to you. But that's all going to be done in the player class. It's not going to be done in the individual things. Okay, so here we go. We're going to say hello adventurer, blah blah blah. So once she's gone through all the dialogue, she's going to say, have you found the scroll yet? And you keep talking to her, and she'll keep saying it until you find it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the bookshelf. We've got this. Okay, so now if we click on this, it will say maybe survival expert can read this. You know, I might change that maybe from a capital M to not. Okay, and we'll say, you know, this, and it will just keep saying it every time we click it. So we can't even read that, which is good. That's what we want. Now if we go to the lady here and say we hand in the scroll, it says here you go, interesting, blah blah blah. She's going to ask for this, and she'll tell me how to get the items, and it says now that I don't know how to get it, blah blah blah, I'll do it. So I'm going to go to my bank for 2 secs quickly. I'm going to grab 2 of these items, right, just to get through it quickly to show you guys. You can actually still cut down the trees and everything else. I'll show you that you can cut down trees and stuff in a minute and catch food and that. I just want to get through this quest to show you. So if we go here, have you collected the following items? It'll say that we have, and say thank you. Now you should go off to go to the master chef, and I'll ask whereabouts he is, and it says I best I gotta go. Now all the items that we had are now deleted. See what I'm saying? And she'll just keep saying thank you again, adventurer, make sure you go see the master chef. So that's what we do in this area. Then we can continue on through the gate to the next part of the tutorial. We can also re-edit the first NPC, which we probably will be doing in a later video. I'm just adding like little basic things, and then get what you guys inputs want to say, and then we can implement different changes to it. So what we're going to do is open up bank. I'm going to grab a small fishing net, and I'm going to grab a hatchet quickly, right? And I'm going to go here, and I'm going to chop down a tree just to show you that we can cut down trees. See, and this has got they don't despawn or cut down to nothing. They're just unlimited, like chopping, if that makes sense. You can just keep chopping them. They won't ever disappear. Now also fishing, that's the same thing with that as well. But see how I've got a casket. That's because when we wrote the code from an earlier tutorial, we have that. But the problem is, why am I not getting shrimp? I'm getting shrimp. It's because my level is 99 in this skill. So if it wasn't 99, we wouldn't have a problem. Alright, so we're going to open these and show you that this stuff still works. As you can tell, I changed them to old coins now and that, which you can change them to whatever you like, but that's how that works. That works. We can go craft. It'll come up with this, so we don't need the thing to craft it. Now there's a bug with this at the moment, which we're going to be fixing, is when we click on that, see nothing happen, is because of the knife. So what we're going to do is spawn in a knife 946. I'm going to make it only pops up if we have a knife in the inventory, and say we click on this, it automatically makes this many. Now Why is it doing that? That is a bug, and we will be fixing that in a later tutorial. That's why I spawned in the items, just to show you guys that it works. It only does it for that because the way they've coded it in, like I didn't do it, but the person that made this source that coded it in obviously set that you know, these have to be made instantly and all that sort of stuff. It's just been coded up completely wrong. So instead of it making the one or whatever I've asked it to make, it's going to make as many as it has to make, even if you don't have the right amount to do it. It's not checking how much you have and all that sort of stuff. But we can fix that, but I'm pretty sure we won't be able to, at this stage, fix it that it will make the limit we want to make. It will just keep making it until you got none left in inventory, but then we can work on fixing that. But at the least, we're going to get the skill sort of like working until we fix it. But yeah, hopefully this tutorial was helpful. You guys enjoyed it. I know it was a very long video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, toggle the notification button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Put a comment down below as well. Let me know what you think and what you want to see next. But we're going to start working on the Master Chef. So if we can get some ideas of what we should do with this Master Chef, whether it be certain things like, you know, search the pantry or something like that, but that's an examine, so we won't be able to. Maybe like open the drawers, grab something from there and do this and do that, and fill up like vials here or something, fill up jugs or whatever you want to do, we can do, you know what I mean? And, you know, go up to here and I don't know, use the range and use the table, maybe put an item on the table and it will like chop it up or something like that. But I won't be able to do the animation and stuff like that and the knife and block and stuff because we don't have all that stuff. That stuff we'll need to make. But anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.